Hello friends out there in YouTube land. Today we are going to come out here on this very chilly January day. Hopefully we're going to get a little bit of video time in before it starts raining and snowing, which is supposed to happen here in a little bit. So quick video. Today I'm going to talk about if the Beta Xtrainer is a good bike for beginners, small people, and even girls. Alright, so we're going to try not to kill ourselves out here in the dang mud. We'll see how that works. It rained. It rained all day yesterday, and the day before that, all the snow melted off, so this ground is absolutely saturated. And I tell you, it is muddy and slippery and crazy. So, and it's cold too, might I say. So I wanted to make a video today. And I had a short window of opportunity to do that, where it wasn't going to be raining or snowing. And I just heard that it wasn't supposed to snow, but then I come out here, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's some snowflakes falling. So let's just see how this goes. We're going to see if we can make it without dumping it in the mud. All right, so here goes. Alright, so is this a great bike for small people, beginners, women? Let's explore those ideas. So first of all, let's talk about seat height. That's everybody's favorite subject, right? So the seat height on this bike is 35.8 inches. And guess what? I can touch the ground. I can't quite flat foot, but I got both feet down. So if I got both feet down, at least some, I'm feeling good about that. I am 5 foot 4 inches tall on a good day with a 31.5 inch inseam. And I'm even considering getting the Seat Concepts low seat for this bike, which will bring it down just a little bit more without affecting the suspension. So probably going to do that soon. So what other specs do we have? How about weight? How much does this bike weigh? Ooh, look at this sloshy mess. This bike weighs 218 pounds, which is nice. It's pretty light. It's well balanced. Feels good. The frame is a small frame, so it feels really good underneath you. Let's see. How much do other bikes weigh that are kind of... Well, I came up from a KX100, and that only weighed about 150 pounds, but it was really kind of a kid's bike with small wheels, so it's not really comparable. It was a nice bike to step up from, however. Let's see, the KTM Freeride, which is kind of a comparable bike, weighs in at 245, so it's a little bit heavier. Not much, a little bit. It is also, however, it's a little bit taller by, I don't even think it's quite an inch taller in seat height. And the frame and the wheelbase is actually just a little bit shorter. So there's that. My other bike, I ride a WR250R, and that bike is about the same seat height, actually. Maybe just, I think it's 36.6 inches stock. But now I've lowered mine a little bit with the Yamalink and with a low seat. So it's pretty close now. But it's quite a bit heavier at just under 300 pounds. So my husband has a YZ125, and that bike's fun. It actually kind of feels the same. Even though that bike's really more of a motocross bike, it actually feels pretty similar in frame size. The only thing is, man, that bike is tall. So it's coming in at almost 4 inches taller than this bike. So, I mean, that's the difference. I've ridden it, and it's fine. But man, it's nice to be able to touch the ground. And on that bike, I really can't. So, the other thing, power delivery. You know, everybody wants to know about power delivery, right? According to Beta, it is pliable and linear. And I think that's a pretty nice little example. Let's see. To me, it's nice. It's got a ton of power. Ton of power if you need it. It's a 300cc. So there's plenty of power if you need it. But, you know, if you don't, you know, there's no crazy power band. So you're not at much risk of looping out and killing yourself, which I frankly kind of like. So the power delivery is beautiful. The thing I like about this bike is great for like technical stuff. You know, I feel totally comfortable kind of picking my way through a rock garden and going over little smallish logs. Or maybe not so small, working on that. But it feels good, and it's the power delivery is perfect for that kind of thing. It's gentle, it's kind of smooth. However, I'll tell you what, you twist the throttle and you'll pop it right into a wheelie. So, it's really very much up to the user. It's cold out here. Let's see, what else was I going to tell you about? I don't know. I think that's it. There's so many other specs we could go over. Torque and gearing and, all that kind of stuff, and horsepower. There are so many different things. But we're kind of not going to go into that right now. I think we're talking about the ones that mean the most to new riders and smaller people. So I think for a new rider, for a brand spanking new rider who really hasn't ridden at all, it might be a little bit too much bike. It does have plenty of power. So, and it's, probably for a smaller person who is a brand new rider, you might want to start out with something a little smaller. Not only that, but, this is kind of spendy for a brand new rider that doesn't know whether or not they're really even going to enjoy riding. This is about $8,000 out the door. So, probably start out with something a little smaller and at a lower price point. Probably couldn't go wrong with that. For smaller riders and women who've been riding for a little bit, it's a great bike. Great bike. The size of it just feels good. And the power is beautiful. So those are my recommendations. The other thing I have to mention too is that it's big enough that it doesn't make my butt look big. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit that button, bell, whatever. And one last thing, go Johnny Walker. We're so happy to have you on Team Beta.